Hey guys, Vash here. Alright, so today we're here to cover the first boss in Valheim. We're going to show you guys how to absolutely smash this boss into dust. Let's jump right in. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need to do in order to beat Eikthyr is to gather the gear we're going to need for this fight. Alright, so here I have everything already prepared, but actually it looks like I forgot our key component. We're of course going to need our deer trophies in order to summon our boss friend into battle. So we're just going to put that into slot 8, and then we'll show you guys the rest of our gear here. Alright, so here we have our deer trophy to summon the boss. We have our cooked meat, our grilled necktail, and our mushrooms to boost our health and stamina for the fight, so we can take some hits and deal damage more effectively during the fight. We have a couple stacks of wood for building the base, and that we're going to need to take him on. We are bringing a couple stacks of arrows just to be safe, and here's a tier 3 bow. We're going to use that to take down the boss, although keep in mind that you can do this with a tier 1 bow easily, and the higher tier bow and the higher tier archery skill just makes the boss fight easier and faster. You could in fact go straight to the boss within the first hour of playing the game once you become accustomed to the early game progression and getting the bow. Getting into this fight with a rested bonus will also give you an edge in battle. It will give you the faster stamina regeneration, allowing you to shoot more arrows with the faster stamina regeneration rate, so that is also a solid move. Building your entire base right close to the boss summon would actually make this process much more convenient. Alright, so here we have the summoning table location. This is where it tells you the trophy needed to summon the boss. We're going to need those deer trophies. And the table that's needed to place the trophies in order to actually start the fight. Our next step is to build the base we're going to need to actually beat this boss. We're going to pick a nice little clearing here, kind of like a little bit of high ground. And we're going to start out by building a workbench. Once we figure out a nice spot to place the workbench, we're just going to build a fort just around this location. So we want to start out by placing a pillar on the ground, and then you want to lay a floor on top of it. Now, you might struggle to get the floor to connect, so if you jump on the workbench, you get to high ground, you can get a clear view that'll give you access to place the floor on top of that pillar. Next, you want to place 4 pillars, each at the corners of each of the roof pieces, to connect them to the ground to get stability for your platform. So just run around and place 1 on each side. You can actually connect them easily by looking at the ground, and it'll give you an easy snap point to connect the 4 corners. Next, we want to build up on top, because we're going to have to create a high fort to protect us during this battle. So build a ladder, connect the ladder to the floor, and then climb up the ladder, and then place the ladder connecting to the other ladder so we can go up 2 levels high. After that, we want to go back and select a pillar. We want to connect the pillar to the top of the other 2 pillars to go up 2 high. So now we want to place a floor on top of those. In order to connect this, you want to jump down off of the fort, run around, and it'll connect it very, very easily from the bottom. It'll connect to both of the corners. Then you want to select your pillars again, connect them to the corners of the floor, and then aim at the ground and connect those so that you have 2 pillars, each connecting all the way from your platform to the ground to create stability. Now after that, you want to go and take a half wall back up to the top, and we want to create a box so that we don't get knocked off of our fort during the fight. So we're going to start up by placing 3 of these half walls, and we're going to leave the 4th one open. We're going to close that up once we actually start the fight, but we'll leave that open for now. So now we need to protect our little fort. So what you want to do now is you want to build some wooden wall spikes, or wooden wall like barriers. You want to make sure you leave a gap so that you have enough room to get out. You want to be able to walk out, don't block yourself in. And then after that, all you have to do is build the wall all the way around your base. Make sure that you leave a gap. You don't want to build it too close, because we want to keep a barrier to prevent damage to the core. And it looks like we actually didn't bring enough wood for this. No worries. We'll just go to the forest, and we're going to collect The missing, we should have brought one extra stack. Another 50 wood would have been plenty. So we'll just gather some wood from the outside of the location, and we should be good to go. All right, so if you find that you screwed up like I did, you can get lots and lots of wood nearby. I like to go and pick wood up off the ground. I like to cut down all of the the logs that are sitting on the floor and the tree stumps. I do this because I like to keep my forest pretty. I have this thing where I don't actually knock down the trees. But anyway, now that we have our extra stack of wood, now we're gonna go finish off our wall. There it is, beautiful, nice gap. And it's time to summon the boss. So run over to the boss. You go to the altar. We have our trophy in number 8. So all you have to do is press 8 and boom, you make the sacrifice. You run back over to your base, climb up the ladder. We're gonna eat all of our food now. We probably should have done that a little bit earlier, but no big deal. Now we're gonna take that half wall and we're gonna close ourselves in. And boom, there we go. We are nice and safe on top of our little fort here. And there is Eikthyr. And just pull out your arrows and your bow and just start laying into them. Take your time, pull the bow all the way back, take your shots. Yeah, I'm not really trying very hard here. We're gonna let him actually hit the walls just to show you guys what he's capable of. As you can see, he's taking a lot of damage. This fight does not take very long. You can beat him up real fast. And as you can see, he does an AoE attack that hits all of your walls. The AoE attack is actually not that dangerous. The headbutt is much more powerful. As you can see, there's his headbutt right there. He just destroyed all of our protective walls on the outside. But he's going to be a little bit confused, right? He'll not know how to get to you at high ground. He'll try to get in close. There he is. He's coming up nice and close. We're going to let him take a shot. See, he did some pretty good damage to our base, but not enough to destroy it. Now we got to get serious though. We don't want to take too many hits like that, so we're going to start hitting our shots and take this boss out. So just aim well, take your time, take your shots. He'll be pretty confused. He won't be able to really kill you with the AoE because we're fairly protected from top. We don't take enough damage to actually get killed, and you just whittle him away with your arrows until he's done. You can do this very early game, very safely with this build. And then you just destroy the half wall and release yourself, and boom, there is all the crazy Eikthyr loot. Easy fight, guys. Anybody can do it. I hope this guide really helps you out, man. This is a super fun encounter, and I know the bosses can be very intimidating, and all you need is a little bit of confidence to go in and take them on. Valhalla! Alright guys, thank you so much for choosing to watch my video. I would love to have you guys join TeamVASH and come and join us on the main channel. That is where I post all of my reactions and all of my fun videos and showing and sharing our joy for this game together. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah!